Chapter 27. Numbers as variables. Variables can also be numbered and assigning a number value to variable. Do not surround the number with quotation marks. Number 5. String 5. String 5. A number can be string if you surround it with quotation marks, but you can't to mess with a string. Calculations with number variables. In Python, you can use numbers to calculate math problems. For example, you can create a homework helper program where Python does the calculations. You can make two number variables, add them together, and then print the sum like this. num1 4, num2 5, sum num1 plus num2, print sum. Remember to assign the variable number 1 and number 2 before to use them in a calculation for sum. You can't use a variable until after you assigning them values. This will print 9. Number types. Python uses different type of number. Two of those types are integer and floats. In type integers are positive or negative whole numbers that don't use a decimal place. You can create a variable called num1 and assign it an integer value of 3. num1 equals 3, a whole number. String variable, even if you have whole number inside them, are recognized in Python as integers. For example, when you add two strings together, they can combine as one string. Num4 quotation marks around the number mean it's just 3. This will print 4, 3, which is the string 4 and the string 3 combined into a single string. Sometimes it's necessary to convert a variable to an integer data type. For example, if we ask a user to enter number using to input function, Python stores their answer as a string. With input, enter the rectangles. With higher input, enter the rectangles high. In the program above, if user entered 5 and 8, the numbers would be stored as string. 5, 8 are not as integers. Convert the user's answer from string into integer using the int function. You can then perform calculation with them. Multiply the length of the width of the rectangle to find the area like this. With input, enter the rectangle's width, height. Input, enter the rectangle's height. Width and height start out as a string. Width into width, height into height. Width and height are reassigned as an integer. Print width times height. The number value for width and height can now be used in calculation, such as finding the area. Floats. Floats are floating point number, or floating point number are numbers that have a decimal point. For example, the value of the variables are float. Number 1 equals 3.3, number 2 6.0, number 3 6.9564576. Float. To convert the variable value from an integer or string to a float, use the float function like this. Number 1 starts out as an integer. Number 2 float number 1. Well, number 1 is assigned as a float. Sum number 1 to 3.3. Calculating with the float, keep the digit to the right to the decimal point. Print sum will display 9.3, the sum of 6.3 plus 3.3. Number conversion. Int. Convert a value to an integer. Useful for converting. Use the input string into an integer to do math. Floats. Convert the value to a floating point number into a decimal point. Useful when you are using values that are not whole number. Mathematical expressions. Number and math are used in program to represent the location of the character in a game, calculate data, set timer, display color, calculate score, and more. Values and operators combine to make expressions. Expressions of expressions 4 times 3 slash 4 times 5 minus 5 7. Expression. A combination of value and operator can be evaluated to a single value. For example, 2 plus 3 is an expression that evaluates 2 equals 5. Operator to 5 values. Variable can also hold number value and be used in mathematical expression. For example, if a variable called time x holds the value of 4, it can be used in an expression. Value, a piece of information. In mathematical expression, value are number x plus 6. Because x holds the value 4, this expression evaluates to 10. There are 7 common math operators. Name, symbol, example. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modules. The remainder portion of quotient, for example, 5 division 2 equal 2, with the remainder or modules of 1. Exponent, floor division. Divide two numbers and ignores the remainder. For example, 2 division 2 equal 2. The remainder 1 is ignored. The symbol multiplication and division are not used in Python. Order of operations. Use the order of operation can solve in quotation. Order of operations. A set of rules for deciding the other order the operation will be evaluated. Solve any part of the equation that are inside the bracket and parentheses. If there is more than one set of parentheses, solve the innermost equation first. Parentheses can be nested. This means there can be one set of parameters inside another set, like this. The innermost quotation is 2 plus 18 and should be solved first. Calculate exponent, absolute value, and square roots from left to right. Solve all the multiplication and division from left to right. Complete the addition and subtraction from left to right. To remember the order of operation thing, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. But be careful because you need to full proof. For example, you should do subtraction before addition if you are calculating from left to right. And the same goes for division and multiplication. For example, to evaluate the expression 6 multiplication 6 minus 3, first solve the quotation in parentheses. Then multiply to get your answer 6. If you have the same expression without the parentheses, if you have the same expression without the parentheses, first of all, multiply. Then subtract to get your answer, 9. Even though they contain the same number, the two quotations have different answers because of the order of operation. Python will always follow the order of operation when it returns a value. Printing mathematical expressions. If an expression is inside the print function, then Python will print the value of the expression to the cell windows. For example, print. This will print 15.